Good morning, everybody. This is Ron with our DIY Homestead, and today I'm just going to go out and check on the animals, do some chores, and I thought I'd bring you along. I got a special treat for the pigs. I actually burnt some popcorn last night, so we're going to see if they'll eat that. I'm sure they will, but we'll give them a treat. So let's get set up and let's get going. All right, we're going to start with the chicks, or meat birds. I've got two brooders going. I've got one here, and then I've got one over here. So we'll start with this one. We'll get their water out, get it cleaned up. There you go. Thank you. Got to keep the tops down on them now because they like to fly up. Don't want them to get out and hurt themselves. Let me get the feeders out. Come on. Get off of there. Thank you. Thank you. Set these over here. Put the top down. As you can see, the feeders get full of wood chips and whatnot, so I just open them up, clean them out. Need be, I just replace all the feed in it, which I'm going to do on this one. I throw all the old feed in there. That's not old feed, it's just stuff they didn't eat yesterday. I throw that out to the hens. They like to peck through it and get what they can get. These little guys in here, they tend to mess things up. Let's get a feeder back in here, and they are ready for breakfast. I'll show you them here in just a minute. Get this other feeder cleaned out. It's all messed up with wood chips, so we'll go ahead and dump that one as well. Put some fresh feed in there. They are hungry this morning. I feed them twice a day. Give them fresh water twice a day. So we got the feed done. Let me grab the other water. Look out, little guy. And we will go get the waters cleaned out real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, now we're back from cleaning the feeders out, or the waters, I'm sorry. We got them all cleaned out, refilled. Get them back in here. Try not to squish anybody. They don't know whether they're hungry or thirsty. Got quite a few in there. They're getting kind of crowded. They're going to be moving out probably next week to their outside pen. They'll be 4 weeks old. So we'll get them outside, give them a little more room to run. And yeah, they'll be happy. And we'll be happy. So let's move on over to the next pen and get those fed and watered. Let's see if I can do this without messing too much up. How about that? Look at that. Didn't mess up too much. All right, let's get these uncovered. I just got a couple tomato cages on top. I've got the water already filled and cleaned. They are ready to go in. Let's put this in here. They're thirsty. All right, get off, get off. There we go. Let's get you some fresh feed. Come on. There it goes. There we go. Let's cover this back up. We don't want them to fly out. And they do the same thing. I got the same kind of shavings. It's all piled up. So let's go get them cleaned out real quick. Yeah, we'll just give them fresh food. There's one all ready to go back in. Get the other one. When we do get them outside into the other pen, I do have some bigger feeders that they can't mess up, or I should say they haven't messed up in the past, so you never know what they might do. But I made some feeders out of rain gutters, and I hang it from the top so it's not on the ground, and they tend not to sit on it, and there's nothing out there for them to scratch into it, so it works out a lot better. So let's put these feeders back in. Fresh food for everyone. There you go. There's another one. It's all the same stuff, guys. Cover them back up. So now everybody's happy. Let me give you a close-up of the we've got 25 of them in here. We've got approximately 25 plus a little more in here. Let me see if I can lift this up. There we go. They're getting big and they're running out of room, so that's why I got to get them out of here next week. And now we are off to the rabbits, which is right here. Long journey. So let me get this set up in a different spot and we'll get going with them. All right. We are going to start with Miss Lucy. Let me see if I can get her in here. There she is. We better pick her. Sorry for all the wobbling, just trying to get in here. There she is. She's a Lion's Head Holland Lot mix, and she has blue eyes. So she's a pretty one. So what we're going to do is pull out her water. Just get it all cleaned out. Make sure there's no gunkies in there, nothing piling up on the inside. Then I keep a jug of cold water out here. I go through almost a gallon a day because it's washing out the waters and giving them fresh water. So there's that. She's shedding. So I take all the hair out of her food. We'll give her some fresh pellets. There we go. And the alfalfa's been in there a while. Sometimes she eats it a lot, sometimes she doesn't. So I take it out, throw it on the ground, and we'll compost it in. Give her some fresh alfalfa. Let's go down a little bit. There we go. And she's wondering where the fresh stuff is. So we will give it to her. And these rabbits are a little picky. They like the leaves, but they don't like the stems. So you can see she's eating some right now. Must have been some in the bottom of the pile. So yeah, she's all set. And I'll come back out here this afternoon or this evening and make sure they got plenty of water, top off their feed if they need it, and yeah, keep them nice and healthy. And they seem to be happy. So now let's move over to Ricky. We'll do the same thing. Let's see if we can switch this right around here without too much shaking and wiggling and rolling. Yeah, I think that'll work right there. This guy's Ricky. Let me see if I can get a shot of him here. He's also a Holland Lop Lion's Head mix. If I can get you down. A lot of wiggling, sorry. The tripod's a little sticky. Well, there's Ricky. He's an adventurous one. Oh, let me just... There's Ricky. He seems to be a happy little guy. He loves his grub. So let me move this over here. And we'll get to commence to cleaning his area up and giving him some fresh water. Do the same thing. Leave a little bit of water in there so I can wash it out. Hey, hello. Hey, buddy. Sometimes he'll come out and see ya. There's the water. Check his feed. See, not too many hairs. He doesn't seem to be shedding. So let's, nope, that would be bad. Let's put some pellets in there, not water. I already did the water. It's still early in the morning. I haven't had all my coffee yet. So there's his water and feed. We'll freshen up his hay, his alfalfa as well. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. He likes his alfalfa. There you go. Sometimes he doesn't like where I put his dishes, so he has to rearrange. Yeah. Having a little snack. Like I said, he loves his alfalfa. So there we are, done with the rabbits and the chicks. We'll move over to the hens next, and then we'll go out and give the pigs their treat. Let me get this closed up. Where's the top for that? All right, misplaced the top. There it is. Knew I had it somewhere. So let's close him up. He's going to be occupied for a while. And we will get over in the hens. We'll show you real quick where I keep my feed. I just got a couple of trash cans from Walmart. And this is the one that I keep the chick feed in. It's a Purina medicated start and grow. And I'll feed that throughout their lives. And in the back, I've got the alfalfa and the rabbit pellets in that one. Lids on them, keep them nice and dry. Keep them as fresh as we can. All right, now let's get out there and do the hens. All right, we're out here in the hen area, and I'm going to check their feed real quick. I've got these two PVC tubes on either side. They hold about 7 or 8 pounds of feed each, and with both of them filled, it lasts them about a week. So let's check and see where they're at, see if they even need to be filled. Just can't hardly do this and hold the camera. Not that talented. So let's see where we're at. Sorry for all the jiggling. Oh, we've got about this much feed in there, so we're good for probably till the end of the weekend. So we won't put any more in there. Let's put the top back on. Go over this other one, check it. All right, let's see if we can see down in here. Yeah, you can see it down there. That's right. Let's see. No, actually, this one's way up here. So we're really good on the feed, so we won't do anything with that. So let's set up and do the water. And if anybody's wondering, these stairs came off the front of the house. Just recycled. We did a little something different in the front, so didn't want to throw them away. They're still good, so just mount them right on the coop. Chickens love them. All right, here's the waters. Let me set this camera down. All right, we're going to get busy with these. Get these emptied out. Get them washed out. Leave a little bit of water in there. They're pretty clean. But I always give them a scrubbing. I don't scrub them every day. I probably should, but I don't, because they don't get that dirty. But I do scrub them about every other day. Just to keep the gunk out of them. So there's that. Rinse them out real quick. And then we just fill them up. Scrub and fill. And there we go. Water's cleaned and filled. Let me put this brush away. And then, all right, let's get set up and we'll go do the pigs. Let me put this water back out there. So take the same hose and stretch it for the pigs. All right, got that all set. So let's go out and get set up for the pigs. All right, we're going on out to the pigs. And they heard me fill the feed bucket, so they're out. Let's see what they've got to say this morning. This is Zane. And Zoe must still be in sleeping, but she'll be out here in a minute. Because if she knows there's food, she'll be out. Let me set this camera. There she is. You see her? Get my shadow out of the way. So this is Zoe and Zane. They are about 6 months old right now. So they're gaining weight. They seem to be happy and healthy. And as always, they're hungry. So let's get them fed. Let's try this popcorn. See if they like it. I'm sure they will. First I'm going to do is turn off the fence because I'm tired of getting zapped by it. Let's get in there. They're usually pretty good about staying where they're supposed to. Yeah, I know. I know. Let's get these over here. I'm just coming in to move the food bowls around. Yeah, they're pretty friendly. Except when it's dinner time, then they get a little aggressive. Let's see. See if we can feed them some popcorn. Miss Zoe, you want some? You want some? She likes it. You like it. You just got to be quick with it so you don't get your fingers chomped on. Okay, let's pour some in there. Let's pour some in there. There's some apple pieces too. They love apples. They are loud eaters. Here you go. Hey, there you go. You want some more apple? Huh? There you go. Okay, let's get to business here. Let them fight over that stuff for a minute while I get out of the pen. Get it closed back up. Let's get this locked up. Or I should say tied up. You got to say they love their grub. Oh, I forgot to mention these are IPP pigs, which are Idaho pasture pigs. They are gentle giants, and hopefully they're gonna feed us for a long time. Let me kick some of this fence out of the way. Sometimes they root up next to it, and it kind of messes with the electric fence. And they do know the electric fence. They learned that the first day they were in there. So we've never had a problem with them getting out. So it's working well. And I do actually have a double fence. I'll show that to you real quick. I've got this fence that they're in. It's a 164-foot fence that I've got in a square or a rectangle. And it works very well. It gives them plenty of room to run and roam and root and do whatever they want to do. And I do have a solar charger. Sorry if you can't hear me over the plane. Every once in a while we get a loud one coming by. But anyway, back to the fence. We've got this electric fence, and then I've got another fence on the outside here that we're going to be, this is the area that the meat birds are going to be in. I had a hard time getting that one out. But I'll move their pen, which is way over there. I got to put some wheels on it. Then I'm going to wheel it over here and have it over here right next to the pigs. And that's what this outside fence is for. I do keep them both charged just in case the inside fence fails. I've got the outside fence ready to go. Hopefully keep them in there. All right, let's get back to the pigs. Let me look in here. If you see, I don't know if you can see it. See if I can zoom in on it. A frog has got into the water. Let's see if we can get him to move around. There he is. So we get him out of there, get the water cleaned and filled back up, and let him go on his way. Let's get set up. Here. I'm going to finish feeding the pigs first. So let's get them with their grain. which they love. See, there you go. Both get the same amount, same feed, no fighting. I'll throw that off to the side. Now I'll come back and I'll pour some water in there to kind of slop it up a bit for them. They love that. So let's get back over to this water. Get this cleaned out. Let the froggy go. There you go. All right. I'll get this filled up. All right. Got their water filled. I'll fill their wallow in a minute here. Let's put some water in their food bowls. There we go. I don't know if you can hear them, but boy, they sure are noisy eaters. Guess that's why they call them pigs. They are fun to watch. All right, let's get back here. Spend all day out here with them. Get back over to the wallow. We'll fill that up. There we go. Their wallow's filled. Got clean, fresh water for them to drink. They do have a 55-gallon drum over there with water in it too. So they got plenty of liquid. So that's gonna probably be it for the chores. But this is something I do every day. Some of it I do twice a day. Well, I pretty much do it twice a day because I come out at night and check, make sure everybody's got water and food. I don't want them to go hungry. But and with this shot, we will see you in the next one. So you better not go over there. And as you can see, she's standing in her food.